Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me in today's class. I'm so glad to be here and sharing this power yoga flow. It will be a yoga flow that is infused with some of qigong movement, as well as power yoga to invigorate our cells, to warm us from the inside out, with an emphasis on your breath. Now, if these classes bring any value to you, or you know someone that would benefit from these classes, share, subscribe, and like. When you share, it's almost as if you're giving me a gift of sharing this class with someone. It's free to subscribe. So remember to have your smile on. As it gets tough, modify. And without further ado, let's come on the mat and have a dance. If you need blocks, strap, have them handy, and we begin. Namaste. Lots have happened and constantly is happening. So I want to welcome all of you on the mat. Thanks for taking the time to show up on the mat for yourself. Now, I want us to come to standing in mountain pose. Just come to your top of your mat, or just stand where you feel comfortable. Now, as you stay here in the mountain pose, I want you to join the big toes to touch, and allow yourself to sway from side to side just to find your balance where you are. Yeah? So allowing your mula bandha to engage and allowing your legs to fire up, making contact with the mat. Now connect your breath. Yeah, connect with your breath. Often at time during the day, we're not breathing like a yogi. Yeah? So I want you to cultivate your ujjayi breath if you have it. If you don't have it, just breathe with awareness. Yeah? Just don't breathe just because you are here. Breathe with awareness, being mindful of each breath, savoring each breath, the inhalation, the pause, and the exhalation. So now bring the legs about hip distance apart. Bring the hands palm open, so almost like a qigong stance. I want you to lift your toes, draw the tailbone under, still hugging that mula bandha engage, and then slowly start to release your toes on the mat. Now lift your toes again. Maybe the weight goes back. Remember, don't flare the hip back. Just tuck the tailbone under and then hands by their side, and then bring the toes down. Close your eyes. Take a moment as you're standing here, the heart is open, the hands are drawing down. And allow your eyes to close. Connect with yourself first and foremost before you start moving the body in this power yoga flow. Come as is. Come with an open mind. Call on the higher guru within to guide you to move with awareness and mindful. And as we practice and bring fire energy in the body, I want you to release the things that no longer serve you. Taking a moment to breathe that in. Exhale the things that no longer serve you. Just put them aside. This is your time to have fun. And as they come up, just return back to your yogi breath. Take a moment or two and gently open the eyes. Now, find your breath. Start to lean over to the right side. Noticing as the left leg lifts. Just want you to step side to side. Just feel the earth. And from here, we're going to let the hands drape. Maybe shake the hands out a bit. Just shake it out. And allowing the shoulder, just go to where you are comfortable. Shake it out. And from here, we're going to start to tap. As you tap, it's just a carefree tap. So one hand might touch the shoulder, one hand might touch back. So I'm just moving around. So you can see where my hand goes. Just tap around. Yeah? So usually in the morning I do a bit of qigong before I start my personal yoga practice. So I usually wake up as early as 4. Meditation, qigong, yoga practice. Before I'm able to serve others, before I'm able to go and teach, before I'm able to go and move. And some people have been asking me, Beth, why don't you add a little bit of qigong in your classes or Pilates in your classes? So there you have a little bit of qigong, just gentle movement, nothing to worry about. You're just tapping, the organs are waking up. And start to slow the tap down. Start to slow the tap down. And then slowly bring the hands by the side. Then inhale, rise the energy up. And use the exhale, rounding the energy as it comes towards the belly. Noticing your breath. Shoulder away from the ears. And come back into that qigong style. Now, bring the legs in V shape. We're not going to go so much in depth into qigong today. Just to warm up the body before we start in our power yoga flow. So take a moment here to start to tap. A lot of tapping. Tapping the shoulders here. We will do all this in power yoga just to see any difference. Tap the back body. Yeah, maybe the belly. Go back to the back. We hold a lot of tension on the back. Especially go back to the buttocks. Especially if you're sitting down in the office. Bend the knee. Tap the behind the knee. Tap the front of the knee. Tap the shin. Go back, tap the calf. Shin again. Ankle. So start to tap up again. Again, go into where you are comfortable. Inside of the knee. Outside of the knee. Tap, tap, tap. You can't tap it too much. You start to feel your wrist start to warm up, isn't it? You tap so much, your back body, where the kidney resides. Again, tap it all the way. Don't forget the hands. I'm already pulling some energy in my body. The wrist, yeah, just a little bit of qigong. You can feel. So you start to feel your wrist. If you stop tapping, you start to feel your wrist a little bit vibrating, yeah, with a little bit of energy. So take a big breath in, open the legs, reach the hands all the way up to the crown of the head, and draw it inward. Think there's a ball in your belly. Taking a big breath in, exhale, release. Now bend the knee slightly, and just let yourself shake. Shake, as if you're doing a merengue. Just let yourself shake, yeah? There's no music, but just shake to your own beat. Sometimes we're holding stress, there's a pain on the shoulder. Just let those things fall out. Like I said, come with an open mind. Just let your body shake. So you can even start to lift up, but again, be mindful of the knee. So nothing wrong with just bending the knee and just letting the hands float wherever it wants to go. Maybe you go to side. Again, noticing, yeah? Only 3 movements in qigong. How are you feeling? Again, notice your breath. Start to slow down. You can do this at any point in time. I feel a bit of vibration on my body. Yeah? Great job. Bring the legs together. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale. Reach the hands all the way up. Exhale. Trace the midline, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, number 7. Exhale, step the right leg back, way back. Right knee on the mat. Inhale, hands reach up. Noticing your breath. Use the right hand, catch the left wrist. So first pull up, find that length, bend the left knee, and now I want you to roll over to your right side. Noticing your right leg is on top of the mat, left knee bent, open the heart. Just breathe into that shoulder. Find that length. Inhale, come back to center. Hands reach to the sky. The left hand catches the right wrist. Take the right hand all the way to the sky first. Then as you exhale, lean over to the left. Maybe you're not able to go as far all the way to the left. Again, I want you to be observant of your body and your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Tuck the right leg under and bring the right leg to meet with the left. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, number 7. Finding your breath. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head and shoulder. Maybe a little bit of yes and no. Maybe bending the knee. Inhale, flat back, number 7. Exhale, step the left leg back. Take a big stance back. Once you're there, bring the left knee on the mat, top of the left leg on the mat. Inhale, reach the hands alongside the ears. Same thing, bending that right leg, going a little bit into it. Right hand now catches the left wrist. Lengthen to the sky. As you exhale over to the right side, feel that side stretch. Again, unfrown the face and really deepen your breath. We're setting the stage for our practice. Come back to center. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Draw shoulders away from the ears. The left hand catches the right wrist. Again, bend that right leg and take it all the way to the left side. Noticing your side body. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Hands reach all the way to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Tuck that left leg under. And then exhale, bring the left leg to meet with the right. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, number 7. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Look to your thumb. Maybe take a slightly back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. Noticing your thumb and index finger. Our first plank. Engage your core. And then lift the right leg up. Not too high that you're suffering. Exhale the right leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale the left leg down. Tap the right hand on the left shoulder and the left hand on the right shoulder. Lift the right leg up. Lift the left leg up. Tap shoulder, opposite shoulder. You can't do it wrong. Lift the right leg. Lift the left leg. You can point toes as well. Lower the left leg. Tap shoulder, shoulder, yogi push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Again, find your downward dog. Hands are shoulder width apart, legs are hip distance apart. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Let's draw that core in. Inhale, the right leg, reach high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, draw to touch. Inhale up. Exhale to touch. Inhale up. Exhale to touch. Inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale, right leg in between the hand. Inhale, sweep up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Finding your length. Knees bent 90 degrees, shoulder away from the ears. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Standing split. Walking the hands to that right leg. Lifting that left leg a little higher. Exhale, the left leg meets with the right. Together the legs are, knees touching. Sitting down, chair pose, Katasana. Inhale, rise up, hands come back to the side. Notice your breath. Again, noticing and observing tailbone under. Breathe in. Look up, reach the hands all the way up. Finding the length. Finding the breath. Exhale, hinge from the hip as the hands reach forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, forward looking. Find that length. Exhale, either step back or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Nothing wrong with stepping. Upward facing dog or cobra. And come back into plank. Again, your core becomes so lively in this pose. Finding the length. Lift the right leg up. Challenge your left hand to float forward. If you fall, so what? Again, belly pulls in. Push into the right hand. Lower the left hand. Lower the right leg. Left leg reach back. Point toes. Engage your core. And take the right hand forward alongside the ears. Exhale, lower. Tap and tap. Again, breathe in. Right leg reach back. Left hand reach forward. And I draw your belly in. Again, breathe in. Exhale down. Breath. Right hand. Left leg. Extend. Engage. You can even use a block. Exhale down. Tap and tap. Yogi push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. That was just one round. Inhale, take the left leg up. Breathe in and breathe out. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last two. Try to tap. Try to touch. Last one, take the left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left leg in between the hand. Pause here for a moment. Then inhale, rise up, high lunge. Crescent lunge. Push that right leg back. Open the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, finding your length, sinking in. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Bring the right leg to meet with the left. Sorry, right leg reach high rather. Standing split. Again, allowing your shoulders to square here. Allowing your right leg to lift as high as you can. Maybe you walk the hands to your left heel and reach and catch. If you fall, remember you can always come back in. Exhale, bring the right leg to meet with the left. Inhale, bend the knee and rise up into chair pose with Katasana. Tailbone draws under, belly pulls in. Again, finding that length. Sit a little bit longer. Inhale, charging the core up and rise up. Mountain pose. How are you feeling? Yeah, inhale, hands reach up. I thought as much. Look up. Exhale, trace the midline. Forward fold. Give thanks. Find your flat back. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbow is hugging the rib cage. Upward facing dog. Finding that length. Downward facing dog. This was your break, but not quite. Take the right leg up. Right knee, left elbow, tap. And take it all the way up. To the left elbow and take it up. We're doing 5. Again, notice your breath. 4 and 5. Take the left, right leg all the way to the sky. Bring that right leg behind the left. Again, make sure your hands are underneath your shoulder. Take the left hand forward and engage your core. Exhale, the right hand comes behind you on your lower back. Again, if you fall, I want you to release the things that no longer serve you. Push that left heel back, engage the core, and lower the right hand on the mat. Keep your right leg where it is. We're going to dip here for 5. Lower, push into your arms. If you have to come on the knee, do so, and come up. Again, lower, inhale up. We're going for 5 because we know we got it. Last one, release all the way to the mat and lift on up. Cobra. Top of those legs on the mat. Lengthen the spine. Shoulder draws down, elbow comes in. Exhale, tuck the toes under, back to plank. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe in. Dog. And yeah, some of you are sweating. Great job. Breath in and out. Find length. And take the left leg up. Noticing. As you take the left leg up, we're going to cross the body and tap. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. Inhale up. Exhale, give it a tap. Only 5. You can even do more. And lower that left knee, hug it in. Inhale all the way to the sky. Pause. Left leg in between the hand. And rise up, high lunge. Notice any difference? Breathe in. Exhale the hands to the mat. Bring the right leg to meet with the left. Chair pose, Katasana. Tailbone under. Inhale, rise up, hands by the side. Inhale, hands reach up. Again, find that length. Mula Bandha engage. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, length and flat back. Plant the hands on the mat, either step back or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows hugging the rib cage. Upward facing dog. Inhale back into plank. And bring the left leg behind the right one. Yeah, so more activate the core. Hug that Mula Bandha. Then inhale, take the right hand forward. More engage the core, more push that legs back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale the right hand down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand behind you and push into that right hand. Activate the legs, belly pulls in, rib cage in. Exhale, the left hand comes down. Keep your legs where they are. You can lower your knee and hug in and up for 5. Wherever you are, I want you to know that you can always skip a pose or carry on with the pose. Press back, downward dog. Finding your length. Finding your breath. Right away, take the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 5 times. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one. Take it all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose. And bring that right leg in between the hand. Inhale, rise. Crescent lunge. High lunge. So take your time and bring the hands in Namaskar Mudra. Left elbow outside of the right knee. So start here. If you're not able to bind, you can lower the left knee on the mat. Yeah? Thumb to sternum. Maybe you're able to bind. You can then bring the hands around and bind. So, again, take your time to find the pose. Bend the right leg and start to find yourself in a twist. Just connect with the movement. Breathe in and out. Start to unravel your hands, but look down on the mat. Inhale, reach the hands all the way to the sky. Pivot the left leg, open the hands, warrior 2. Noticing your right knee is 90, left leg is 60. Shoulder away from the ears. Find your stance here. Peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Noticing where you are. Come back to warrior 2. Hug it in. The right elbow, right knee. The left hand reach across. If you further to go, you can bring that right hand inside the right leg. Taking variation B. Continue to breathe. Continue to pull that shoulder away from the ears. A little smile goes a long way. Inhale, press yourself back into warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Take the right leg back, downward dog. Forward into plank. Lift the left hand behind you. Noticing your breath, push into that right hand, engage your core, and bring the left hand down. Inhale, bring the right hand behind you. Push the legs back, lengthen the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the right hand. Tap and tap. Yogi, push up 2 of these. I want you to find where you are comfortable. Last one, upward dog. Downward dog. Great job, everybody. Honoring yourself as you breathe in and out. Check in with the alignment in the pose and find your length. Taking a big breath in. Inhale, take the left leg all the way up. You start to square the hip. You find that length. You engage the core. Exhale, knee to nose for 5. Inhale it up. 4. Inhale up. 3. Inhale up. 4. Inhale up. And that will be 5. Hold 5. Take it all the way up. Look between the hand with intention. Left leg in between the hand. Inhale, rise. Crescent lunge. So again, checking with alignment, because none of the pose is organically when you're misaligned. Yeah? Again, you can drop to the knees if this is too much. Hands in Namaskar, Anjali Mudra. And then bring the right elbow outside of the left. So even if you came into prayer, this is great. Yeah, you further to go, you tuck that right leg under, and then lift the right knee. Practice makes perfection, and then you can bind. The right hand, you guide it behind the left knee, and you catch the opposite hand. You readjust. You bend the left leg, you send the right leg back. Maybe if it's a good day, you look up. You continue to lift the belly up from the Left leg as I take a tumble. Again, being mindful. Then inhale, so it's not a good day here. And then rise back up into warrior two. As you charge, you turn, you lower the right leg 60 and 90. Open your wings and look at the middle finger of the left hand. Tailbone under, belly pulls in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale the right hand towards the right leg. Peaceful warrior. Noticing your breath. Coming back to warrior two. Left elbow, left knee. Right hand reach alongside the ears. Make the adjustment if you need to. You can bring the left hand for variation B inside the left leg. Finding your right leg as you push on the outer edge of that left leg. Taking a big breath in. Come back to warrior two. Sink in, tailbone under. Arms reach front and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Take the left leg back and up. And bring yourself back into plank. Again, noticing your breath. Taking a big breath in, float the right hand forward. Alongside the ears, push into that belly, into the left hand and draw your belly in rather. Bring your right hand behind you. Look down, engage your core. Shoulders draw down, belly pulls in. Release the right hand. Inhale the left hand forward and back. Push into that right hand. Imagine if you had one hand. Yeah? So again, core engage, legs are strong. Lower down. Decide whether you want to bring the knee on the mat for this one. We're going to do 3 yogi push-ups. Lean in and come up. Lean in, come up. Last one, upward dog. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe. So again, I want you to connect. This is important. Again, noticing how much you're sweating, how much you no longer need. Breathe in and out. Again, inhale. Exhale. From your downward dog, we transfer the weight and lift the right leg up. 3-legged dog. Lengthen the spine. Draw that knee towards the chest 5 times. Take it all the way up. As you hug it in, you exhale. Inhale, float. 3, 2, and 1. Hold 1. Take the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Push those thumb and index finger onto the mat. Pivot the right leg back. If it's a good day, you go for it. While thin, left leg straight. Inhale, right hand reach forward. Allowing yourself to open the back body. So our first back bend, officially. Finding your length. As you exhale, bring the right hand down quietly. And then take the right leg all the way to the sky. Finding your length. Right leg in between the hand. Hug the knee towards the chest. Bring it in between the hand mindfully. Inhale, rise. High lunge. Finding your length. Hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Belly pulls in, rib cage in. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Bend the knee. From here, hands come in front of the heart center. Continue to work your belly in, away from the right thigh. An option to bind is more advanced. Again, you don't come into practice with a closed mind. You come in with possibilities. You can start to turn, look towards the ceiling, and engage those legs back. Finding your length, finding your truth. Where do you need to be? We're going to start to unravel if you have the bind or the hands in Anjali Mudra. We meet in Warrior 2 magically. Yeah? Pivoting the left leg and finding your length. Stay here, feel the warmth. Straighten the right leg. Left hand comes down, reverse triangle. Don't collapse on your left hand, but straighten your right leg. Find that length. Find that truth. Breathe in. Bend the right leg. Right knee, right elbow, right knee. Extended side angle. A or B. Again, checking in where you need to be. Continue to breathe. Continue to push on the outer edge of that right leg. Taking a big breath in and press yourself back into Warrior 2. Finding your shoulder, straighten your right leg. Again, you can bring the hands above the knee, below the knee as I'm in. You can adjust the leg and bring the right hand shin or big toe. Again, ask yourself, what is your intention? Almost in every pose. Triangle pose. Feeling proud of yourself as you inhale. As you exhale, you release the things that no longer serve you. Taking one more breath in. You're going to bend the knee and come back to Warrior 2. Relax the right shoulder just like you relax the left shoulder. Inhale, rise up to Warrior 1. Finding that length. We're going to toe knee tap the left knee towards the mat 5 times. So inhale, make sure you're good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. 3, 4, and 5. Bring 5 on the mat, and then bring the hands inside the right leg. Turn the right leg out, open the chest, and find your length. Yeah? You don't have to go any farther here. It's a great hip opener, lizard pose. Or you can bring the forearm on the mat. Wherever you are, remember, you can always find that sweet spot. Again, checking in, shoulder away from the ears, finding your length, finding your breath. Inhale, exhale, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, starting there, and push the right leg back into your plank. Here we go for 3, and we're going to roll over to the right side plank. Here we go for 3. Lean in, elbow hugs, and come up. You can always drop the knee on the mat and come up. Last one, upward dog, and then back to plank, and roll over to the right side, side plank. Stack the legs together, then inhale, take the left hand up. Notice your breath. Shoulder down, push into those right hand. Exhale, left hand down. Downward facing dog. Again, notice your breath. Left leg wants to have fun. When you're ready, inhale, float the left leg to the sky. First, square the hip. First, extend. 5 times knee to nose. Exhale, draw in. 1. Lift it up. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Hold 5. Left leg reach high. Extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Look between the hand with intention. Bring that left leg in between the hand. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, high lunge. Belly pose in, rib cage in, 90 degrees on the left leg, right leg reaching back. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Breathe in, connect with your heart. Connect with your feet, the foundation. As you exhale, right elbow outside of the left knee. You start there, thumb to sternum. You don't have to go any farther. If you farther to go, you can wrap and bind. This is an option. You can start to kick that right leg up and extend. Again, noticing each side will be different. Again, more bend, more kick that right leg back. Find your eyes and breathe into it. Inhale, start to unravel. You know where we're going. Warrior 2. Take your time. And release into Warrior 2. Push onto that right leg. Extend. Palm open. Palm close. Find your length. Straighten the left leg. Right hand reach back. Reverse triangle. The right hand basically is not collapsing. The left leg is hugging in. Relax both shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. Inhale, bend the left leg as you come back into Warrior 2. Right leg working. Extending, checking in with those hands. Left elbow, left knee. Extended side angle A, or B if you did B. Noticing your right leg, working and opening. Breathing. Then inhale at your own time. The right hand is gonna come up, Warrior 2. Straighten the left leg. Back is flat. Adjust the leg as you need fit because you want to be comfortable. The left hand reach forward as you hinge from the hip. The left hand down. The right hand to the sky. Check with the placement of your left hand and look at your right hand if you can. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Mind, body, and spirit all connecting. Taking a big breath in. Let's go for a run and come back into Warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the hands inside that right leg. Notice your breath. Then inhale, we're going to rise up into Crescent Lunge. So again, check in, make the necessary adjustment. Knee tap, yeah? So exhale, lower the knee for 5 and up, down. And up, down 3, and up, 4, and up, 5. Lower 5, release the right leg on the mat, and bring the hands inside that left leg. You can roll your left foot out. Again, adjusting, making any pose comfortable for you. You can stay on the hands. You can come into the forearm, checking in where you are. How are you? Who are you? Where are you? Yeah, all those questions run through your mind. But what matters is that you are focusing to be present in the here and now. When you're ready, we're going to come back into those hands if you're in the forearm. Tuck the right leg under, finding the length. First, take it into plank. Push the legs back, and we go for 5 push-ups. So before we go into those 5 push-ups, think about resiliency. What does it really mean to you? I've been saying during this time, we need to be resilient. Yeah? So resiliency doesn't mean that you break. You can always lower your knee on the mat. So this is one way to do it. You cross the leg. You make sure your hands are shoulder width apart. We go for 5. 1, 2, 3. Back is flat. 4 and 5. If you have your knee on the mat, I want you to do one round one without your knee on the mat. Lower, and we finish upward facing dog. Great job. Downward facing dog. Just find yourself in the downward dog for a moment. Then inhale back to plank, and we roll over to the left side, side plank. Really connecting with the earth. Mother Earth, yourself is also equally important. Finding your shoulders here, finding your length. Release the right hand back down. Exhale, take it back. Downward dog. Take the left leg up. Bring that left leg in between the hand. I want you to pause here for a moment. Bend in that left leg. Then hop your right leg in, halfway into the mat. I want you to square the hip. Lengthen the spine. Look forward. As you exhale, pyramid pose. Push in and drawing your lower belly in and up as you fold. Now, moment of truth. Continue to push that right leg and foot and heel on the mat. Lengthen the spine. You can start to walk the hands towards the right ankle. Maybe one day it touches, maybe it doesn't. Finding that length. Folding deeply into it. Release the head and relax the shoulder. So important to get that nice pyramid pose. Taking a big breath in, let it go. Finding your breath. Finding your truth. Walking the hands forward. From here, I want you to transfer the weight to the right hand and left foot in front of the mat. Bring your left hand to your left hip. So being honest with that left hip. So again, pushing into the outer edge of the right foot. Then rotate your chest all the way to the left. Then inhale, draw your arrow, the left hand as I mean, all the way to the sky. Reverse triangle pose. Start to feel the weight on the right hand as you energize the left hand to the sky. From here, taking a big breath in as the left hand comes on the lower lumbar, making sure it's flat. Look down on the earth. That way you have your balance. Then inhale, you can put a block on the right hand and lift the right leg up. Reverse half moon. Opening the sternum, keeping that left hand to be honest with the left hip. Rotate, maybe the left hand reach high. Notice your breath. Working that right leg up without distorting the left hip. Everything is in alignment. Right leg to meet with the left quietly into your chair pose. Big toes touching and tailbone is under. Find your smile and breathe into this chair. Be happy to be in chair. Each moment when we go through the asanas, I want you to remember your breath. Now, inhale, stand up into mountain pose. Just don't fidget with your clothes or your hair. Just let your eyes settle for a moment. Inhale, float the hands up. Look at your thumb. Tailbone is under. Legs are touching the mat. Maybe you take a slightly back bend. So I draw my hip in and look back. Only if you have. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Allowing your head to surrender. Allowing yourself to connect with your breath. Look forward to lengthen. Back is flat. Shoulder plugs away from the ears. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Inhale, either step back or jump back. Elbow hugs the rib cage. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Push those thumb and index finger on the mat. Lengthen. Prepare yourself again for 5 yogi push-ups. So, maybe one day I'll do a 108 plank challenge. Maybe you guys might enjoy it. Take a big breath in. Decide whether you're going for the knee or no knee, and be brave and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 5. Legs are together. Upward facing dog. Lengthen the spine. Downward dog. Smile a little. It's okay to smile. Breathe in. Some of you are frowning like, oh my God. There's still compassion in yoga. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. Let it go from the mouth. Reach that right leg all the way to the sky. Knee to nose 5 times. Exhale, draw it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look between the hand with intention. Place that right foot in between the hand. First, find that length. Lengthen the spine. Shoulder away from the ears. And step the left leg halfway in for pyramid pose on this side. Again, first look forward to lengthen. Take all the time you need. Allow your shoulders to plug away from the ears. As you exhale, hinge from the hip. Then the right leg feels all of that goodness. Lengthen once more. Exhale, fold. Relax the head. Each side might feel different. Different, but still same. Start to walk the hands to the left ankle. Fingers point towards the left foot. Make sure your left heel is on the mat. More lengthen, more fold, more lengthen. Continue to breathe here. Continue to enjoy a new season, finding your breath in and out. You can close your eyes, go within, check in. Then inhale, start to walk the hands forward. The left hand comes towards the left leg, maybe in front of the left leg on the block. The right hand pushes the right hip back to be honest. Yeah? The right hand becomes an arrow. Then inhale, take the right hand up. Reverse triangle. Noticing your back body, you can continue pushing that right hip back. The left foot is engaged. Taking a big breath in. A big breath out. Exhale the right hand on your back. Lean in. And then lift the left leg up. So being honest with that left leg as you lift it up. Straighten the right leg. Reverse half moon. Checking in. The left leg is long and high. Shoulder plugs away from the ears. As you exhale, bring the left leg to meet with the right. Savor the experience. Chair pose with Katasana. So from here, sitting a little bit lower, we go into a little bit of core work as if we're not doing core enough as it is. You're going to start to sit down. When your hip touches the mat, you come into boat pose, Navasana. Mindfully and lift on up. Great job, everybody. So find the length. We're going to go into half boat, Adra Navasana, and come up. Lower down and come up. We're going to go for 5. And as we get to the 5th one, we're going to hold it a little bit longer. So this is 5 for me. And we're going to pad it down. Mindfulness with breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Force the air out. And then hug the right knee in. Hug the left knee in. Hug the right. Hug the left. Hug the right. Hug the left. From here, noticing your breath, then lower your head on the mat. Bring the hands alongside your hip. Lift your hip, bring your hands underneath. If you suffer from back problem or it's going to be hard for you. So we're going to scoop that leg and roll it in and roll it up. Scoop it in, roll it out. Roll it in and roll it up. Scoop it in, roll out, roll in, and roll up. Once more. Roll in, roll out, roll it in, roll it up. Roll it in, out, roll it in, roll it up. Now, we're comfortable, so we're going to lift that legs up, and we're going to lower. We don't touch the mat. Inhale it up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, taking your time, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 1. And bend the right leg. Keep your hands on your lower back. Take the left leg up. Again, lift and up. Lift it up and down. Lift up and down. Once more. And exhale, lower down. Keep the knee bent. Release the hand. And make sure your back touches the mat. Just stay here for a moment. Breathe in. Bring the hands on your back again. Find the left leg bent. Inhale, we start with the right leg to the sky. So again, as you lift, you put the legs forward. As you inhale up, you draw the legs down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Make sure you're breathing. Last one, feel it. Bend both knees. Release the hands. Give it a wiggle, a shake. Yeah? Bridge pose. Make sure your legs are hip distance apart. We're going to lift the hip. Think as if I'm crawling underneath you for 10. Here we go. 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze on top. Rise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Interlace the hand underneath you. Squeezing those knees inward, lifting the bum C. Finding the length, the breath, pushing those big toe joints. Exhale, lower down. Great job. Now inhale, lift halfway and come into the forearm. I promise this will be the last one. Find the length, lift the legs up. We're going to go to the right side and lift up to the left. Back to center. 4, 5. Again, right, center, left, center, right, center, left and left, center, and swing to the right. Don't hit the Buddha. Center and left. Once more. Center, up, and to the right. Center, we finish, and come up. All right. Remove any extra flesh. Legs are pushing towards your face. Hands reach up. Stretch out. Just hang in with me. Lengthen. As you exhale, reach forward. Look towards your toes. Back is flat. So move your hip around. Find that soft spot. And as you exhale, forward fold. Relax the head and face. Fold deeply into the pose. Relax the head and shoulder. You worked hard. Connect back with your breath. Then inhale. Come up. Hands reach up. And we twist to the right side. Look forward, hands reach up, and twist to the left side. Come back to center. Decide whether you need to sit down or you can come into Sutta Body Katasana. 1 hour goes by quickly, 60 minutes go by quickly. So pat the knees down, assist the hip, and bring the right hand behind you, and the left hand starts to assist. It's okay, you've worked so hard. It's okay if you come into Shavasana or Shavasana. Don't feel bad, yeah? Listen to your body. Switch hands. Come back to center. Catch your legs and maybe open, or you can start to fold forward. Don't force anything. We're a home run. And release. Cross one leg in front of the other left. You can sit on a block or a pillow and drape your hands on top of your knee. Whether you are laying down or seated, there is nothing wrong with either or. I want you to listen to your body. Close your eyes. Go within. What does it feel to go within and enjoy yourself, your spirit? To allow your spirit to dance with no judgment is what I want you to do as you finish your class. A celebration of making time for ourselves to take this journey with ourselves. Shavasana is not the final destination. It's the journey that is constantly evolving through our practice. Allow yourself to observe and allow your breath start to slow down. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently open the eyes, warm up the hands. We finish with a qigong movement, even though we're seated down. And I want you to start to massage your body. Start to massage. Massage. Don't forget any part of the body. This can take for a long time. And rub the hands, wrists, forearm, armpit, boobs, back, yeah, legs. You can even stand up for this, yeah. Feet, ankle, yeah, back of the body, yeah, shoulder, hair, ears, pulling the ears, face, neck, again, head. If you have long hair, massage, go in there, massage. Yeah, do what feels comfortable. Wherever you are, just flicker the hands out. One more time. Maybe you're standing now, and then again, in all the way to the sky. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly crawl up. Maybe you're in mountain, maybe you're seated. Hands open. Feel in. As you exhale, give yourself a big hug. Maybe rock from side to side, enjoying this hug. And open. And squeeze the other side. Loving what is, not was, not will, but is in the present moment. We close our practice by bringing the hands to the third eyes, honoring the teacher within each and every one of us. Each and every one of us is a teacher and is a guru. So may you be enlightened. May you continue to enlighten others. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you once again for joining me. I enjoy teaching. My heart is always filled after a class, and I savor that moment as I take it through my day. Thank you all. All right.